Capricorn, hello, welcome. Let's jump right in here, Capricorn, and see what is going on with you. What are your messages for today? All right. Keep in mind it's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with all of you. But for more readings after this, please go ahead and check out my husband's tarot channel at Possessed777. Thank you. Okay, Capricorn. So it looks like here that hmm, you start out like not really sure about a beginning, a journey. You're in the middle of one, maybe getting into one, or I don't know, or not. You do create some options and think about some things realistically, but then there is a decision you're going to have to make that you may not want to right now about something. It's surrounding money, wealth, abundance, business, community, society kind of energy here. I kind of get the sense like at the same time it could be also greed, but like you're doing well but you want more out of people or something. I don't know. But here's the thing, though. At the same time, you're also well aware of what you're doing, or what you were recently doing, or what you're aware of that is toxic, deceptive, addictive, and obsessive. So you heed the warning. You're aware of that, and you choose to just do the work. Hardworking, very focused, motivated, long term, and stable financially. There is some stress about something, but it's light stress and anxiety. This is where I see here, though, like you're not ready to walk away from something or someone as a physical, financial, emotional, energetic crutch, even though you're not really getting much out of it either. But you're saying it's for the sake of image, status, success, wealth, money, abundance, which you are being loving and nurturing there. For some of you, it could be motherhood. That's where you're willing to drop a burden. You do. And then you're not really sure. You're in the middle of battling, like, do you really have love for who you're with, what you do, for yourself, or do you not? That's where you're definitely going through a lot of, destructive, chaotic, like internal energies within you. You're in the middle of like going through that. Now, this is where I see that you feel very like fearful, trapped, or scared or restrictive about something. And this is where I see here that you're in the middle of, once again, like parting ways, breaking up, cutting cord, or healing from this, experiencing heartbreak or emotional frustration, pain, disturbance, either of those things. So you just choose to stay focused on your job, career path, collaborations, business, slow and steady, putting in the work with something there. Okay. And that is where I see, though, like there is still something that like you're going through, that you're not ready to close out of mental stress, mental burdensome stress. Like there is something still going on that's messing with you. So the advice of what to do, I see here that, okay, on one hand, if there is an opportunity that gets presented to you that makes you get a little more nervous and anxious in a way where it's kind of like, if it's not a happy anxiety, a happy adrenaline, and if it's like more paranoia, more anxiety and stress than it is, of excitement, maybe don't do it. Okay. Especially if it's an offer to you. Now, at the same time, I see here suspended activity and illogical way of thinking and not knowing what to choose and what to do, so you don't do anything. That's causing more stress and chaos and hell and sadness and a lot for you. So it's kind of like choose. You're going to have to really make a decision so that you can have success in business matters, opportunities, ideas, creativity, all of it here. And so that you don't go through all this stress anymore. Okay. Because it's kind of like one of those things where, like, it doesn't matter which way you go, you'll succeed either way. It's just doing it. Okay. Now let's see here what's going on with who you're dealing with. What are their true thoughts and feelings and intentions towards you? Okay, Capricorn. So, with who this is that you're dealing with right away, unfortunately, Capricorn, they start out really aggressive. It's either like they're literally battling and fighting you, or like competitive and aggressive and irritated or conflicted about you, because looks like here they are losing their emotions, their mind, their manic panic control. They have no clue what to expect and what is going on, that it's making them panic and stress out and be all over the place, and they have no clue. At the same time, they feel confident to just emotionally disconnect and walk away from you and be done. Excuse me. But they're willing to be fair and neutral and balanced here with you, or something about a contract, legal matters, whatever, in a very ideal, you know, balanced, fair way here with you. They're willing to have the courage and the strength to kind of get up and do something, say something, whatever that is. This is where they're in the middle of, I don't know, it's kind of like, do they have love for you? Do they not? Do they want to offer their love to you? Do they not? They're in the middle with it right now. And then destructive, chaotic, internal things are coming up for them There's something that they're doing that is just too much for them in regards to you. And so they just slow everything down, completely just stop it. It's like, stop it. This is where they are very angry, irritated, annoyed, frustrated with you. I don't know if they're arguing with you or not. And after this, it's because they're bored, stuck, and unhappy and feel uncomfortable with the situation here. Yet they're focused to make some plans here towards you. And then it's just depression, sadness, pain, dwelling, disappointment, unfortunately. And then I don't know if they're saying they don't like you at all as a friend. They don't want to celebrate, party, hang out with you, nothing. They don't want to do anything here with you. Or they're just going to go, do their drugs, drink, party, smoke, whatever, pop pills. I have no clue. Like do drugs and, kind of have addiction issues basically. Or they could be cheating on you, maybe for some of you, but I don't really, I don't know who they are to you. Or it's like gossiping, or they feel like they have to be fake. There's something here where they're not happy with you at the end of the day and just not having fun, unfortunately. They know this is a karmic situation. It's not meant to be. Okay. And it looks like here that they feel scared, trapped, stuck, and limited here. And they're definitely in a mental hell. They're not willing to close out a chapter, and it's stressful for them in regards to you. But it looks like here it's because they want to offer you an opportunity, okay, or they want a new chapter, a new beginning here with you. And that's where they kind of sit with themselves and go quiet. And it's like they intuitively know what to do, but then they also don't want to trust themselves, and they kind of want to be in denial about what's going on. The advice for you, Capricorn, in regards to this is, okay, it's kind of like obey. There's something about oppositions, okay? So like opposing them and then like obeying the laws. So if there is something about needing a lawyer or an attorney, just do it all fair, the right way, by the books, or just be neutral and fair with this person so it doesn't burn you. Do not challenge them. Do not start shit with them, okay? And there's something here about greed and taking what's not yours about from them, and like just caring about like grasping at money. So obviously don't do that, because it's not going to turn out well for you. And instead, be friendly, be loving, give a message of love, okay? Or just study in your own stuff that you got to do for you. Do something that brings you hope for you, or give them a message of hope or something. Either or. It's either or in this situation, okay? But yeah, so don't feel challenged. Just be friendly, maybe give the message of love, see what happens. It could change. You'd be surprised what happens if you just choose to actually give some emotion, be nice to people, and not be so cold. They kind of like match that, But either or. All right, now let's see here. What are your feelings towards who you're dealing with? Okay, sorry. I'm like it's nighttime where I'm at, so I'm like, what? I sorry. I'm like, is there a bug in here? Is a cricket? Did a cricket get in here, or am I tripping out? It's got to be a cricket or a bird out right outside my window. Anyway, Capricorn, your feelings towards them. So yeah, you're kind of okay. You're in the middle of self reflection, but also not really wanting to see it too much from their perspective, but also kind of reflecting. You're kind of hanging on to them, but kind of not. You're saying you don't want to work on anything here with them. And it makes sense is because one, you aren't in a relationship with them or you don't want one with them anyway. Relationship, friendship, partnership, you want none of it with them. Or unfortunately, for some of you, um, if you are in a relationship, friendship, or partnership with them, you're not happy with them at all. Like you don't really want to be with them anymore. This is where it's surrounding like two at the same time. Like you're not really sure. There's something about a message pending or wanting to relay one but not wanting to accept one or not feeling, there's something about that. This is where you get, unfortunately, I don't know, like egotistical, arrogant, or insecure, or just irritated and mad, or like you have no attraction, no motivation, no passion towards them at all whatsoever. And this is where it's like, because one, you do not choose them at all whatsoever. You don't want a connection with them. And if you have a connection with them, you did it for the wrong reasons, right? So it looks like here too, at the same time, you're not happy with them at all. Okay. You're just completely disconnected. You're saying you have no love for them. You don't even like them. You're willing to make some plans here, but you also don't believe in anything that's going on with them. Like you're starting to lose hope and faith in the situation. So you just choose to kind of balance and figure out your own stuff here. You understand like your own, like what was or could it, was stressful, and anxiety driven for a minute, but you work with it. And then, but then this is where I see here, like you're aware of what's going on and why. And that's where I see you feel threatened in your position of power, money, wealth, status about them for some reason here, or you just don't want to work on anything with them, or you may want to be corrupt and like dominate, control, and manipulate them. You're in the middle right now of something toxic, deceptive, addicted, obsessive about them. Like you're in the middle of it. Um, and then you just realize, that you're involved in that. And so that's where I see here that you just choose to walk away from them because they're a waste of your time, money, energy, and efforts. Okay. The advice of what to do in the situation here is just basically, I think it's just close out the cycle. You know what I mean? Close, out with the old, bring in the new, start a new beautiful cycle here. There's something about gains and losses through financial stuff and ups and downs in life, emotionally, but just continuing to be persistent with it, because you will definitely achieve success. Okay. With everything, achieving like excuse me, full contentment and success and happiness in the situation here, okay? Um, but it's learning self-control. It's like gaining self-control and just diving deeper into your studies, like whatever your studies may be, whether it's spiritual, whether it's career wise, just dive deeper. Okay. Dive deeper, like kind of just do you. I think I'm kind of getting from this here, and like you'll really have and achieve everything you've wanted of full success and happiness and goals, being achieved in like you'll reach full contentment in the situation. Okay. So that is what I have for you. Hope this helped. Thank you.